Hello everyone, myself Sri Pavani. I'm an assistant professor and I'm specialized in finance and marketing. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topic in demand analysis, that is law of demand. So everyone knows law of demand in general because the price is related to the demand. We all know that. So before going to the actual definition of law of demand, let us see the demand function. The demand function is the relation between the demand, the quantity demand, and it's all its driving forces. In the previous video we have seen the driving forces. Again, I'm just giving you an overview of that. So the price of the product, the income of the consumer, the tastes and preferences, future expectation of price, increase in price, future expectation of increase in income, the price of the related goods, the advertisement, and any other. You can include any other. So all this constitutes the demand function, which we have discussed earlier. So this demand function is the relation between the quantity demanded to its influencing factors. This is demand function. But here, if you have observed, so the demand function, the quantity demanded, is influenced by so many variables. So if you are able to study all these variables, with these variables, if you are able to study the quantity demanded, it will quite become a complicated one. So for time being, what we are going to do is we are going to take certain assumptions. So those assumptions are, except the price, remaining all influencing factors are being constant, means they tend to be zero, means the change that is going to happen is zero. So if we are assuming it like that, means the income of the consumer is not going to change throughout our experiment, the tastes and preferences are not going to change, there is no expectation of increase in price of the product, there is no expectation of increase in your income, or substitute goods price or complementary goods price will not vary, advertisements are not going to change, or any other factors are not going to change throughout the time which we are doing this, right? So all these influencing factors are being constant, only the price is being variable. So the study of quantity demanded to the price is simply nothing but the law of demand. So this is simply the relation between the quantity demanded to the price of the product. So that is law of demand. We usually know what sort of relation exists between price and demand. What sort of relation? If price increases, what will happen to the demand? It will be decreased, right? So what sort of relation we can find? The demand is inversely proportional to the price. So the demand is inversely proportional to the price. If price is increased, the demand will decrease. If price is decreased, the demand will increase. This is the general scenario which we usually see for many of the products. So majority of the products we usually find this relation. So this is called as law of demand. So how can you define now law of demand? So law of demand is simply the relation between quantity demanded to the price of the product. What sort of relation is existing? Inversely proportional relation. The inversely proportional relation between the quantity demanded to the price of the product. So this is law of demand. And we have made certain assumptions. What are those assumptions? The assumptions are these. All the influencing factors are not at all changing. They are being constant. The income, the tastes and preferences, and so on, all these influencing factors are being constant. So now you can define the definition like other demand determining factors remaining same. There is no change at all. Other demand determining factors are constant or no change at all. The amount of quantity demanded rises. When it will rise? With every fall in the price, and vice versa, means with every increase in the price there will be fall in the demand. That is called as law of demand. So when other things remaining same, the amount of quantity demanded rises with every fall in the price, and vice versa. This is called as law of demand. And here you can see the operation of law of demand. The quantity demanded is taken on x-axis, the price is taken on y-axis. So because we have found an inversely proportional relation, we used to get a concave curve. So the demand curve is concave because the price and quantity demand are not perfect substitutes. So then definitely we are going to get a convex curve. So if there is decrease in price, or okay, you can take like increase in price. If the price is being increased from P1 to P2, price is increased, then what will happen? The quantity demanded will decrease. The quantity demand will decrease from Q1 to Q2. The number of units that are being demanded in the market is decreased. So this is the law of demand and operation of law of demand. If the price is being increased, you find the quantity demanded will decrease. Okay. Is this law of demand is suitable everywhere or existing everywhere? Means with increase in price, demand is being decreased, or with decrease in price, demand is being increased? No. In certain cases, this law of demand is not being satisfied. So means there are certain exceptional cases. So let us see what are those exceptional cases. Here are the exceptional cases. The first exceptional case is superior goods. What are superior goods? Superior goods means, by the name you can understand, the price is high. If the price of the good is high, then we call it as superior goods. Means, take an example of gold, diamonds, silver, luxury cars. You see the price of these things. We know how gold is being increased. Every day gold is increasing. The price is increasing. Do you find there is decrease in demand or less purchase was happen? No, not at all. So though there is increase in price, the demand is being increased or the demand is stable. So there is no decrease in the demand. Means for superior goods, you don't see the law of demand. So the law of demand is not satisfied for the case of superior goods. Means the gold, like kind of high valuable precious things. So gold, diamonds, silver, luxury cars are sometimes branded goods also. Still we purchase iPhones. Why? Because it is a superior good. So means it confers distinction from others. Why do we purchase gold? To show off in society or in your family. So you want to be different, or in your family you want to show some certain like to maintain certain prestige in the society. So then definitely you're going to purchase the gold or all the precious metals or the luxury cars or the branded goods. So because you want to be different from others. Always you want to be different from others. So in such cases, though there is rise in the price, what you are going to do? You are going to purchase the same. So that is the first exceptional case. So also we call them as V-blend goods. These superior goods are also known as V-blend goods. And these V-blend goods are nothing but which confers distinction from others. So you will be different from others when you wear these things or when you use these things. So that is the major criteria over here in order to have an exceptional case over the law of demand. And the second important exceptional case is fear of scarcity. Means if we have a fear in future it is going to be scarce, means it is unavailable, then definitely what you are going to do? You are going to purchase. You are not going to bother about the price of the product. In recent scenario, you can see because of the war conditions, the exports and imports were very less. Means there are certain restrictions on exports and imports. So we can find that LPG, the scarcity of LPG, the availability of LPG is very low. So what happened? The induction stove, how the demand for the induction stove was increased. So within a day, out of stock, right? When the news came out that LPG is low, then the demand for the induction stove was increased, the price, you can see the drastic change in the price from 1700 rupees to 3400 rupees. So the basic induction stove cost is 1700 rupees initially, but amid the war conditions, so it was increased to 3400. How much the price was increased? So if people are being feared, so if they feel in future if the product is going to be scarce, then definitely they are going to purchase it. They don't bother about the price of the product, right? So, and also one more scenario you can see, the fear of scarcity. During COVID conditions also, many people purchased groceries for 3 months or 4 months. So they have stocked up because in future they felt that it is scarce, right? And also in North America few months back, so there is again a news that ban of export of rice. Then you can see how the Indian markets are overcrowded over there. They purchase the rice. Means fear of scarcity make the people to purchase goods like anything. That is the second exceptional case for law of demand. Means the law of demand is not going to hold good. So though there is rise in the price, still you can see there is rise in the demand of the product. And next one, necessaries. In case of necessaries, so like vegetables, or you can take petrol, diesel. So all these are necessary for us. So whatever might be the price, what you are going to do, you are going to purchase the same. If the price of the rice was increased, still you consume the same. You are not going to decrease your intake. You are going to eat the same quantity of food. If the price of the vegetables are increased, still you are going to purchase the same. So in case of necessaries, so this law of demand doesn't hold good. So though there is rise in the price, you still find the demand for the product. And the last condition or the last exceptional case is inferior goods. So inferior goods. So by the name you can understand now, superior means the high price, inferior means the low price goods. The low price goods. Here, if the price is decreased, general scenario is the demand has to be increased, but that will not be the case in inferior goods. If the price is decreased, the demand also decreases. The best example for you is the rice in the ration shop. So you can assume how much demand it has. Because the price is very low, people do not buy. Why? Because so they feel that it is of lower quality or cheaper quality. So because of that, they don't purchase that. Right. And here for inferior goods, so an experiment was done by a famous economist called Giffen. So Giffen is an economist. He conducted an experiment on these inferior goods. So he took certain category of people who are having low purchasing power. Or also you can call it as like people who are below the poverty line. He has taken certain certain set of people whose purchasing power is very less. So on them he has conducted this experiment by decreasing the price of their staple food. He belongs to Scotland, so their staple food is bread. Okay, he decreased the price of the bread, thinking that the demand for the bread is going to be increased for that set of people actually. But what happened is the reverse was happened. Means because of decrease in the price of the staple food, the quantity has to be increased, but that wasn't the case. The quantity has decreased. It was a shock for him. It was reverse. The reverse scenario has happened. So that's the reason we call that scenario as paradox. Giffen's paradox. We call it as Giffen's paradox, means reverse was happened. So he expected that increase in demand, but the demand was decreased. So he went into that community and he tried to analyze why it was happened, and he got a shocking result that so these people don't want to waste their money on cheaper goods because the price was decreased. They thought that it is of low quality. They don't want to waste their money on the low quality, so they want to save their money and they want to buy better goods. So that is this Giffen's paradox. So we also call these inferior goods as Giffen goods. Also, this scenario is called as Giffen's paradox, where you find the reverse of law of demand. With the decrease in price, the quantity also decreases. So that is inferior goods. So these four are the exceptional cases for law of demand. One is superior goods, means goods of high price also doesn't hold this law of demand. With the increase in price, the demand also increases. Fear of scarcity, with the increase in price, the demand, quantity demanded is also increases. For necessaries, though there is rise in the prices, you will find increase in demand. So for inferior goods, so with the decrease in price, you will find decrease in the quantity demanded. So these four are exceptional cases for law of demand, and here you can see how the curve will be. So the reverse demand curve. This is quantity demanded and this is price. So actually the law of demand curve is like this, right? In the initial video we have seen this. So the price, the quantity demanded, we have seen a convex curve, but the reverse was happened because the law of demand is not holding good in these conditions. So these are all the exceptional cases for law of demand. And here are certain differences that I took. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.